All right, man. Beterbiev says he does not believe Dmitry Bivol. He's not a good guy. I don't believe him. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. You see it. Beterbiev, throw shade at Bivol. He's not a good guy. I don't believe him. So there you have it. Better BS Docs. He said he always talks like this. For the last 5 years, he told everyone that he was going to fight the next fight with me. Said Artur Beterbiev, reacting being told the post-fight press conference last night. The WBA light heavyweight champion Dmitry Bivol says he signed to fight him next in Saudi Arabia. He said contractual confusion. He says that he's already signed with me the contract. Better be upset about Bivol. How can you say that he signed a contract with me when I have another fight? He's a real boxer, you know. I don't know nothing about fight dates or nothing. He already signed. How did he? You know, it's always like this with boxers. Said Beterbiev would ask if it's a long way to go before he signed the fight and fight and date. No, I don't know that. Said Beterbiev whether the offer has been made to him from the Saudis for Bivol undisputed class. I tell you, nobody tells me dates, names. He Bivol tells only, but I don't believe him. He's not a good guy. Said Beterbiev. So, all right. I mean, he said that Dmitry Bivol. The thing I took out of that the most was the personal assassination of Dmitry Bivol's character. Now we know Dmitry Bivol was been accused of some things that Jermell Charlo is being accused of right now, about not keeping his hands to himself when he at home. All right. And at the end of the day, a lot of people say, well, that was swept under the rug. A lot of people feel like the Kovalev thing was swept under the rug, and they try to make it, seem like, a lot of black people are the face of anything bad and destruction that's going on. They try to make it seem like that. But at the end of the day, they sweep under these other things under the rug. We had BoxRec using fighters using fighters mug shots as their BoxRec picture. Y'all remember that? So that was a huge thing, and they basically were saying that they was being told to use that, but by who I forget. They said it was being told to if they revealed who it was. But him saying Bivol is not a good guy, and it's hard to gauge foreign guys because they don't speak English. They seem pretty cool. A lot of times, when they talk shit, like Rick and I who talk shit, he be no neither than there. The translate all wrong. So we see a guy that we really don't understand what they're saying and seem kind of shy in American cameras, and we assume that they are pretty much good guys. But for him to say Bivol is not a good guy, it's one thing to say, well, Bivol's a liar, or he chicken, or he don't want to fight, or whatever. Okay, that's one thing. But to turn around and say that he's not a good guy, I think that's a hell of a thing to say. And obviously, some things came up about him not keeping his hands to himself at home to back those claims up if it's true, which it's allegations. I don't think he charged. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I just think that one second. When people go around talking about, well, I signed the contract, that's just propaganda. Because how can you sign a contract, in this situation when Artur Beterbiev don't even know what split he getting, what money he getting, what's going on. Now, Turkey did retweet the fight out. So maybe they seem to have a sweet deal. Maybe they got a deal. You know, maybe they got a deal with Beterbiev promoter already, and Beterbiev don't know. They do those type of things. You know what I'm saying? They do those type of things. So, we just literally have to wait and see. But at the end of the day, man, it's a good fight. He told Bivol to his face that, he said he always wants to fight, but it never happens. He told him to his face. So we know Eddie Hearn kind of not been trying to make this fight. We know that. We know it. We know Eddie Hearn is not trying to make that fight. In any fight that don't involve him controlling the money overall or getting a whole bunch of money, to make it happen, he ain't trying to make the fight. He did it years with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. He wasn't trying to make that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now look where it got him. Joshua in the big money fight with Francis Ngannou. You know. So, his plan work. It works. It's not great for the fans, but then when you got fanboys, that don't, keep boxing their best interest and they root for promoters and promotional companies, particular fighters, then you allow Dmitry to be able to slide out the back door. Now, a lot of people was talking shit about Dmitry Bivol beating Artur Beterbiev, and all of a sudden, a lot of these dudes ain't got nothing to say. Anytime you say, let's bet the money, Bivol's going to win. I thought, okay, let's bet some bread. Ain't nobody want to bet nothing. Ain't nobody want to bet nothing. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But the fight, right now, I'm not as confident the fights come off as it was gonna come off. So, but then another thing, is the WBC gonna sanction the fight? Is the WBC gonna sanction the fight because Bivol's a Russian citizen? You're wondering, like, oh, why do they, sanction Beterbiev fight? He's a Canadian citizen. That's the difference. So, but at the end of the day, dog, they need to go ahead and make that happen. They need to go ahead and make that happen, bro. And they tried to age out Beterbiev, and that's what they wanted to do. This Bivol, he wasn't trying to get belts neither. He let Beterbiev clean up all those belts, and now it's time to fight. He really don't want to fight. And who can blame him? You see what happened with Goosevic? You see what happened with that man? He don't want similar fate. And boy, oh boy, could you blame him? Could you blame him? But hopefully they got a deal in place, a backdoor deal in place, or a deal that Beterbiev don't know about in place. So you hope that to be the case. You hope for it to be the case. So really do. But I think it'll be one for the ages. I think people got a chance, good hand speed, good boxing ability, good leverage on the shots, good control distance pretty well. And if he needs to, he can move his feet to evade Beterbiev. And Beterbiev, he got some good footwork too. People don't talk about some good boxing ability, good jab. And I think you just start off with him, his discipline. You know what I'm saying? His discipline, his technical fundamentals. And, he's a very, very smart boxer. And I don't think he get credit for that. But hey, but hey, you got people forget he was with PBC for a minute too. People forget that he was with PBC for a minute. A lot of people forget that he was with the PBC. You know, so that would have he'd easily been the best fighter they had, but right now, he wouldn't have been the most popular, but he would have been the best fighter they have. And I agree with Town. I think if he did more appearances at fights, he'd probably be a little bit more popular. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out the Boxers playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.